So if you're here, that means you're here. If you're here, that means you want to learn a little bit more about the quantum network and what it is. Quantum network is a big piece of what the quantum computing system is. And so what the quantum network is, it's a way of linking basically a bunch of quantum computers together to create a more powerful and secure network, because this is pretty much the next step up with the internet. So I want you to think of the quantum network as the next step to the internet that we use today, right? It's more secure. It's going to give us more encryption keys. Our information will be more entangled, which means that if someone tries to eavesdrop, it'll break that entanglement quickly. So it's like the next big thing. And it's and then where, think of it like, the classical internet, when it sends information, it only sends it in zeros and ones, where with qubits, it sends those zeros and ones all simultaneously. So you will get all different types of variables. So how does it work? It has what you call superpowers, right? Through this principles of entanglement and superposition. When it comes to quantum systems, those are pretty much the core principles. It has to have superposition and entanglement. And if you want to learn more about what superposition and entanglement is, look at my YouTube video entitled Superposition and Entanglement, and I explain to you how that works, where superposition is more about the spinning. I use the spinning coin theory, where you allows both heads and tails, doesn't matter. It allows both to, rather it spins both heads or tails, still allow it to be tangled in a position where it both be able to communicate effectively. It doesn't even matter if it's heads or tails. And then I talk about entanglement again using the quantum theory. The coin theory, where it doesn't even matter if the coin is on Earth or whether it's on Jupiter or Mars. The fact that it's entangled together, it still will be able to communicate with each other no matter how far apart it is, because of the quantum system and the quantum network. So again, look at that YouTube video. I really go into depth in explaining what superposition and entanglement is, because those are pretty much the core principles of quantum computing. If you don't have those core principles, you don't have a quantum computer, and you won't have an effective quantum computing system. So that's all I'm going to really say about that. Now, the big deal about quantum networking and why it's such a game changer is because of how it's able to communicate. It's going to be really super secure, guys. That means that we're going to have we're going to have encrypted keys. So the sender and the receiver will have encrypted keys that they use. Now, I'm not sure if the encrypted keys will change every time. I would ask, that would be up to the smart people to decide. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be different keys, different encrypting keys every time a communication is being sent. So again, it's just all about all about reducing eavesdropping and reducing the hackers, because it'll be virtually impossible for any eavesdropper to even hack the communication that's being sent and received, which is a really great thing. That is something the internet we use today, it just cannot do. Even with the supercomputers, it's just impossible for it to do, because of that process goes back to entanglement and superposition. So again, if that entanglement gets broken with that secure network, the communication automatically breaks, and both the sender and the receiver will know, and they'll understand that, okay, somebody's eavesdropping, so we need to stop this communication. And then we'll try again with another cryptic key, which I'm pretty sure that's the way it's going to work. But again, if I'm off key about it, the smart people know, and they will correct me on that. So I'm looking forward to that. So that's one way that this is going to be a game changer for the internet and networking that we use today. Another way is going to be through powerful computing, which makes it faster, more reliable. Okay, so that means it's going to be able to link all these quantum computers together, right? So it'll be together to not only through the process of securing information, but also to what I'm looking for, be able to solve problems, right? It doesn't want to just create more problems, right? Quantum computing the quantum network is actually going to solve these problems all simultaneously, all at one time. Where the classical computer takes years to solve one problem, the quantum computing network will be able to solve probably, I'm going to say 8 problems all at one time, not just in a matter of minutes, but maybe in a matter of seconds, which is great because now it evolves us. Human involvement can speed up now, and it just enhances human intelligence. So to me, I'm thinking Albert Einstein enhanced, right? Everything about Albert Einstein's studies and everything that he talked about with relativity, it's coming into intuition right now when it comes to quantum computing. With this faster and more powerful computer, we'll be able to develop more medicines quicker, create new medicines quicker. We're talking about materials. We'll be able to form new materials quicker. I mean, it's going to be an awesome and powerful tool, guys, that we have never seen before, which is going to benefit humanity in such a great way. So you're going to see the power. You're going to fall in love with this power, and it's going to be great. And sensors, better sensors will be another key area. We're talking about this network will be extremely sensitive to sensors that create super sensor networks. So we're going to have a super sensor network that goes across the globe. And with these super sensor networks, it's going to be able to it'll have incredible precision, that will be able to predict earthquakes, which is good. We kind of know where the areas are in our world where earthquakes are usually happens, but now it can actually predict more accurately when an earthquake is going to happen. It'll be able to even predict hurricanes and its trajectory of where it's going to hit, the impact. It's going to be navigation when it comes to navigating stuff. It's going to be awesome. So the sensors that we have implanted with this quantum network, it's going to, we're talking about the energy grid too. The energy grid is going to be so enhanced right now, and it's going to be so optimized that we're going to be on point, man. We're going to be on point, and we don't really have to, as human beings, we won't have to worry about those architectural stuff that we are worried about today. We'll be able to actually have more human contact. So doctors, you'll be able to deal with patients like me more often, and you'll be able to have that personal communication with patients like me to really understand my needs and understand the things where I'm going and really treat me instead of being in front of a computer. So it's so many benefits that we see, guys. So looking forward, this is just a public awareness again to get you an idea of quantum network. Again, if you want more questions and you have more specific details, always go to the smart people. Like I do. I always like learning from the smart people because they know it all. And they're the ones who are doing the research and development and all of this and this development and this quantum computing system. And that's who I'm learning from. Create your lifestyle or somebody else will.